you want to say hi, Claude? Do you want to say hi? Can you say hi? Claude, where are you going? Oh, who's a good boy sitting down? Good boy. Okay, guys, that was a little appearance for Charlotte, who was asking to see Claude again. Yeah, my video is on top of my sewing table, so I don't know if you'll be able to see him again. He's been laying here on the floor next to me. Welcome back to the Big Sew Along. I'm Ginny, and I am thrilled to have you back. I am late as usual. This time, it's just been impossible. Well, it's not impossible. It's just getting stuff reorganized once you've like torn it all apart takes a little time. And more time than I expected anyways. Before I get any further today though, I really wanted to say a big thank you to Angela, Karen, Go Gal, and also one anonymous person, all of whom donated to my Ko-Fi account last week. And I so appreciate that, not just because financially it's always nice to have a little support, but also because I feel like that indicates to me that what I do here resonates with you guys, and that means a lot to me. So thanks really a lot to you guys for that. Claude, there's nothing under there, baby. Also, I had a ton of comments, so thank you to everybody who commented on my house. That was really nice. A couple of you guys, I don't think I wrote it down, but more than one of you suggested that I use the sun porch for my sewing room. It would indeed be an ideal space. It's a really good size. It's got a great view. It's got amazing light. What it doesn't have is air conditioning or heating, which means that in the wintertime I would have to sew with mittens on, and in the summertime I'd be sewing in my underpants because that's about all I could wear out there. But it's good for like there's a ceiling fan, and when you open the windows it actually feels nice and cool in there. But I don't think it's going to be very conducive for sewing. Although that was my husband's first suggestion when we very first saw this house, was that I should use that for sewing room. Yeah, it's not going to work, but it would have been an awesome room. Okay, the other thing is, I had a couple of other suggestions from the video from last week. Karen suggested something called a C-stand for my videoing. I guess Karen said that they use those for, a lot of times food vloggers use those, but I don't know what that is. And I tried to look it up. I also messaged Karen, so maybe she'll send me a link. But anyways, if anybody else has any experience with a C-stand, whatever that is, would you, yeah, let me know. Also, I think it was also Karen who suggested a YouTube channel called Jupe by Jackie, and I'll link that below, for hand embroidery. And then we had 2 suggestions for sewing tables and our sewing table videos from other people, so I thought I would link those for you below. Carol suggested Happy Knits IKEA hack video, and Janet suggested Bernadette, what's her name, Bernadette Banner? Oh, she had a video on finding the ideal cutting table too. Anyways, I'm going to link both of those below. And Bernadette, I'm surprised I didn't see that because I've seen a lot of Bernadette's videos and I really like her channel, but I haven't seen it, so I'm gonna look that up. What else? So, needless to say, I have still not got around to a lot of sewing. In fact, any sewing. I finished my dress, which is this one. Oh, sorry, Claudie. The Photinia dress from Fibre and Cloth, and I love the way it came out. This is actually the second time I've worn it. I ended up not putting pockets on it yet, but only because I was too lazy to come down here and dig the fabric out of my mess that I had going on down here. Anyways, yeah, so I don't have a lot of sewing to talk about, but what I do have to talk about is this, which is my stash. If any of you guys remember, like, probably a year and a half ago maybe, I was talking about trying to refold all of my stash and get it looking nice. So this time when I moved in, I folded it all, and I'm super happy with it. Part of the reason that it actually works, one of the reasons I can fit it all on this rack, is because I got rid of a lot of my stash before I moved. Not a lot. I did declutter, and I destashed some. Also, I don't know if you guys can see this. I'm gonna try to move this over this way. Do you see these two little buckets? These two blue buckets right over here, right there. That one and that one. The one at the very bottom is scraps. The other two are, there we go, more fabrics that I'm going to destash, and I think I'm probably going to do that here. I'm going to offer them to you guys, so keep your eyes peeled for that. That'll hopefully happen in the next week or so. Okay, anyways, back to my racks. So these racks I got from the Container Store. You can get them at Home Depot too, but the Container Store is the only place where I could find them in white, and I really wanted them in white. And this is like the 72-inch height or something, which is really perfect for in here. I bought this one first and put it together to make sure that it was going to fit, and then I was going to like it. And then I went back and it's perfect. I went back and I got this one. I got home and I put it all together, and I realized that when I bought the first one, I bought the exact same kit, which is a 4-shelf kit, but I had added a shelf. So now I have to go back to the Container Store and get another shelf. And that would make like my 6th trip to the Container Store in the last, I don't know, month. It's crazy. These things though, I did get, I don't know if I said this already, I got these two from the Container Store because I wanted them in white, but I also got like 3 other ones, the silver ones that I got at Home Depot. They all go together exactly the same. The other 2 are in my storage shed, and then I have one in my laundry area. If you need shelving, these things are actually really great. They're pretty solid and stable, and they go together really easily, although the bigger ones are a bit more of a challenge to do by yourself. I'm not gonna lie, I almost killed myself with the second one. Anyways, so that's that. I do have my stash put away. I have my cutting table put together. It's behind my camera, so I can't show it to you today, but I will show it to you eventually. It actually came out really well. I did get the ping pong table. I unfortunately got these tips for sewing tables after I ordered my ping pong table. It's okay. The ping pong table thing I was a little worried about because I was afraid it was going to be flimsy. It's not. It's a really, it is a solid table, and it is really heavy. And then I ordered a new cutting mat that fits the top of my table because they would cut it to size from a place on Etsy. So I'm going to leave a link to that place below in case anybody needs like a custom size or large size cutting mat for like rotary cutters and whatnot. And then, yeah, the other thing I did was I broke my iron. Not during the move. It actually broke probably like a month or so before we moved, but I knew I was moving, and so I didn't want to buy something and then have to move it and whatever, so I just waited till we moved in and I ordered a new iron. I have like a cheap iron that I used in the meanwhile, which is not like, it's not a great iron, so, and I wasn't doing much sewing then anyway, so it didn't really matter. Anyways, I got this thing which is called the Oliso. It's got that technology where if you are ironing like this and you take your hand off, it lifts itself up. It's off right now. It has a pretty good size tank in it, so it holds a fair amount of water, and it also gets really good steam. I really like this. This is the first time I bought anything other than a Rowenta iron in a really long time. I mean, this wasn't cheap. I want to say it was about close to $200, but I mean, I think my Romantic was probably close to that anyway. It was like 180 maybe. Anyways, I just wanted to tell you guys if you had seen these. I, of course, bought the pink because I'm completely obsessed, but it does come in other colors. If you have seen these and had wondered, you should definitely, you should give it a try. I think these things are, I love this thing. It gets really hot. It holds a lot of water. Has automatic shut off. Yeah, I love it. Also, I have been reading this book called Shoddy. You guys that watch me regularly will remember I talked about a podcast called Haptic and Hue, like maybe, I think it was earlier this year. Anyways, I heard about this book on one of the episodes of Haptic and Hue, and this is essentially the history of Shoddy, which is a kind of cloth. It was essentially the first, like, recycled fiber, and it became like popular or like in use like in the early 1800s. Yeah, 1800s. Yeah, so but it's actually really fascinating. It talks a little bit not just about the it talks about the history of Shoddy, like where it comes from and how they made it and who invented it or who they think invented it. It talks a little bit about the towns in Yorkshire, England that were really famous for making it. And there are also some places here in the United States in the East Coast. I want to say Connecticut. And Shoddy was a cloth that was used heavily during the Civil War in the United States. So there's a lot of history around this particular fabric. Now, I'm not gonna lie, this book is a little bit it's a little bit textbooky, so it's not like a easy quick read, but it is really interesting. So if you have any interest in like history of fibers and that kind of thing, you should definitely check this out. I'll link it below for you guys. It's called Shoddy, and it's by Hannah Rose Shell. And I will also link the Haptic and Hue post about Shoddy down there for you somewhere, so you guys can take a listen to that too. I found that really fascinating, which is why I ended up ordering the book. I think that's it, you guys. Again, I apologize for not having much sewing to share with you this week. However, I do have plans this week for making a pair of Fremantle pants, and my second Lillies dress. I'm going to try to get both of those done for next week. So, yeah, so stay tuned and we'll see how I do. And like I said, stay tuned for like whatever kind of giveaway thing we're going to do with the extra stash back here too. All right, guys, thank you so much for stopping by. As always, I really do appreciate it. Have a great, I was going to say weekend, but this is going to be posted on Tuesday, so just have a great week. Until next time, happy sewing. Daisy, what are you doing? Daisy, come say hi. Come on, you too. You say hi too. No, Claude. Daisy, get over here. You're an attention hog, Claude. Hi, Princess.